Taurus, Charlie's Angels. Well, you could be snorting cocaine. What? That's a bit unexpected. I'm having the ride of my life. I think you are, because I'm hearing something to do with Charlie. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Some of you are definitely going up the, well, I don't know, it could be the right hole or the wrong hole, or you could be dealing with around a Libra or a Sagittarius. Taurus, we're going to get on with your reading. How are you? If you have not seen this channel before, this is where Steve does this. Let's just check, make sure the microphone's on. Eat, sleep, rave, repeat. Okay, the name Peter or Paul, okay, or Pete. Anyway, repeat, 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 repeat. It's on repeat. Like some of you have got a favourite song and you're just putting on repeat. Or you've got something that you do. Or like, I don't know why, someone's gardening. Someone's gardening and putting like Pete out. I keep hearing Pete out. Or eat. Some of you are eating out and some of you are eating the forbidden fruit is what I'm hearing. So somebody's definitely eating somebody out. Or you're going out to eat. Or you're going out for dinner, darling. Is what I'm hearing. Taurus. Anyway, if you haven't seen it, you can also watch this as a Sagittarius. Even if you don't or do know that it is in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, it doesn't matter. Because as soon as I call out Taurus, I'm actually calling out 5, which is also a Sagittarius. Okay, so you can watch that only in general readings because I'm calling out numerology as well. Okay. Taurus, I'm having the time of my life. I don't care, is what I'm hearing. Like I'm having the time of my life and I'm having the ride of my life, but I'm also probably doing this with either 1, Charlie Sheen, or 2, I'm polishing some sort of knob, or Rob, I'm having something away with the name Rob, or Robert, or Rob, okay? But I'm having the time of my life with my own Rob, is what I'm hearing. Unless you're dealing with a 7, which would be a Cancerian and the 7 of Swords, but I don't care. I'm going to do what I want. I'm having my time of my life with Rob. Okay, it's just me and Rob and Peter and Paul. Someone's got quite a few, is what I'm hearing. Somebody's got quite a few. Because I keep hearing that there is something to do around this forbidden fruit about eating apples. or like humble pie of like, man, I'm starving and just eating like loads of pies. And like, man, I mean, you could be on a diet like me. The pies are not good, Taurus. Put the pie down, okay? But like, anyway, let's get back to like reality. Eminem, Emily, Emma, Marissa, Mel, Melanie, anybody that begins with M, okay? But yeah, I definitely keep hearing that for a lot of you. I'm having the time of my life. I'm having the ride of my life. Some of you are riding a bicycle, or it's a tandem, or you're going 3s up on somebody. I don't know what this is. Unless you're dealing with a Pisces, or you're in a third party, or you're eating 3 pies, or you're eating humble pie. I don't know, but somebody's eating a lot of peaches, or your name is Peaches, and you were the person that was probably got banned. But like, I'm hearing band on the run as well. Like band, some of you might be looking for a gastric band. There you go, there we go. So you're looking to join a band, maybe something to do around music or something like that. That is also a band. But I'm also picking up that some people are banning people and like, no, you're banned, you're banned, you're banned, you're out, you're out, you're banned. That's probably me. But like banning people, okay? So if you watch the moderator part, I've got to reevaluate that one because you can only use the chat. So please, because I've now designated a lot of moderators, do not just go cutting loads of people out in the chat, okay? Okay, because I'm going to have to now moderate the moderators, right? So we've got to keep it clean and tidy, okay? So tidying things up. How does your garden grow? Some people might be shaving quite a lot, or like your men are having a shave. Anyway. Band on the run, band. I want to join a band. You're definitely dealing with around a 7 energy of like a car, because I'm definitely picking up like band on the run, and we're all shoving everything into the back of like a ute as such, or like a caravan, and we're gonna like get it all into the back of a caravan, and then we're gonna like, man, I'm going cold. Some sort of ghost, Elijah, or ghost here, but like, I'm hearing like band on the run, like a ute or something where there's like a caravan or a, what do you call them in America? A carolan, but like or the name Carol or Anne or Carol, right? But Anne, I keep hearing Anne. Oh wow, Chris, is your sister watching this? Chris, there is your mum. She's been coming up for a while. Okay, so I'm doing Taurus very quickly. Taurus, there is a spirit. Okay, there is a spirit. Okay, I don't know if you can see all the hairs standing up on my arm. I'm gonna have to send this to my friend Chris. Okay, your mum is here, and I actually went to my friend's mum's funeral yesterday, and yeah, there is your mum. Okay, your mum is trying to give you a message here. She's trying to get you to look at this Carol Ann or this caravan, or something to do with, it was a memory, right? It was a memory. So the name Emery, also Liz, Liz Taylor. I'm also picking up Taylor, the name Taylor, Tyler, Tiana, Tatiana, Tyler. Sorry, man. You see, this is where my head gets like bombarded full of spirits, messages, future, past. Don't know. We'll work it out, Taurus. Some of you are working out at the gym, right? Or Jim, Jelly, Justin, Jasmine, okay? But you are more than likely working out at the gym. There's something around Chris. This is your mum. She's saying about like a Carol Ann or a caravan, something to do with that, or the caravan of love, right? Or make sure you look after the house, is what she's saying, right? She's saying make sure you look after the caravan or the house or something like that, okay? But she's getting me to look at like a ute of things like a band that is also like on the run. So normally people go out and they do a band and they like to self-promote. They normally like go out to like venues and stuff like that and make a band is also what I'm hearing. So let's make a band, okay? So like bunging all of the equipment into a van or a ute or something like that, okay? And like going to these venues to play music, stuff like that, right? Is definitely what I'm picking up. It doesn't have to be a band, but I'm definitely keep picking up, like, let's make a band of brothers. So some of you might be like Need to Breathe or Brother or something like that because they're in brothers. Or like my brother. But your sister is also, as far as I know, is Sagittarius Cusper of Capricorn also, which you would be able to watch. So I will send this to you, Claire. Okay, is Taurus, because you are a Sagittarius. This message is also for you. Okay, so you could be dealing with a Scorpio, but you could be dealing with your brother. You're right, Chris. But like, yeah, you could be dealing with your brother. Okay, but something to do with around like a caravan or a ute or something like that. Okay, well, why am I hearing shooting? Okay, so if you're watching, just don't worry about it, right? But I'm now hearing like shooting, a shooting range, shooting. I don't know what that. If you live anywhere that's dodgy that has guns, just be very careful, right? Around guns is what they're saying. Like Cuns. The Conjuring. Okay, so the Conjuring 4 might be coming out, and you might be going to the cinema, right? But the Conjuring is what I'm hearing. No, we're not going down the dark bit. Okay. Yeah, so a band also. So what I did hear through that was something to do around a gastric band. Some of you might be looking for a gastric band, or some of you are like, you know, you're really looking into like gym, fitness, like health, blah, blah, blah. Anything that is healthy. Because I'm definitely picking up for some, it might be something like a gastric band or like gastric hypertension or gas. Like be careful of gas is what they're saying. Like be careful of gas, be careful of gas. And also be careful of Charlie is also what they're saying. Be careful of Charlie, right? So is that cat pussy? Leo? Be careful of Leo. Be careful around anybody that's having a beef with Leo. Be careful around the pussies at the moment, is what I'm hearing, because they are erotically strange. Some of you could be going through your period. Some of you have got absolute sex addiction. And addiction is here in your energy, Taurus, whether that be or Sagittarius. They're saying addiction. Stop being addicted to things. Right? But everybody has their own like flaw as such, but like, or Laura. But addiction, okay. Contradiction also, they're saying like don't contradict yourself. I can hear that be someone moaning at some point. Don't contradict yourself. I don't know, it could be a good energy. Come say, look, I don't want to contradict you. Dick. You see, somebody's getting the dick, is what I'm hearing. Unless your name's Richard. Dick Turpin is what I'm hearing. So the name Richard. But Rachel, also Rachel, Richard. Okay, Richard's been coming up for quite some time. Richard and Rachel. Okay, Richard. yeah, so something around the dick. Sorry, but again, Dick is here. If you're called Dick, you're also Richard. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Something to do with Richard's. I don't know, Richard's. How much can you say on YouTube anyway? Right. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody's definitely thinking about it anyway, whatever it is, or you're just on your own. But like, yeah, I'm on my own is what I'm hearing. I'm at home, on my own, home alone. Something to do with Macaulay Culkin. Or Macaulay, border collie? On the border, so like border. You have to cross borders. So some of you are going on a ferry, is what I'm hearing. Ferry or Ferry Hill, or Cherry Hill, Cherry Hinton, Cambridge is kind of here also. Cherry, or Cheryl. Oh, thank you. Also moderator now, I think, right? Cheryl or Shaz. Sharon. Someone could be from Australia. You're right, Aussie. I am the Prince of Darkness. Yeah, we don't care, Aussie. Right, just wait until you go downstairs. Right, like so. Oh, anyway, so you're dealing with Capricorn. There you go. So you're dealing with like Capricorn. There you go. There you go, right? Sagittarius, Casper, Casper, white as a ghost. Is what I'm hearing. Ghost, something to do with Elijah, or ghost, ghosting someone, or like someone's white, pale, here, going pale. Oh man, your channel messages are not making any sense whatsoever, Taurus. But yeah, it's something to do with around, yeah, Capricorn, something to do around Capricorn, going pale. Palo Natini also. Palo or Paula. Palo. I mean, Palo. Any of you out there don't get scammed around phone jacker. Palo. Sorry. Hello, this is Donald Donaldson. Oh, really? Yes. Thank you, Donald. I'd just like to. Sorry? I'd just like to know if you have any bungalows? Bungalows, yes, bungalows. Well, somebody doesn't make a fucking lick of sense on the telephone. Whatever it is. I mean, it's like, hello? Is that you, boo? Somebody is drinking too much. Somebody's drinking. Hello, is that you, boo? Is that well, unless your name's Boo or Belinda and you're from my like on here on Facebook. Well, Faceache. But like, hello, is that you, Belinda? Belinda Carlisle. Some of you could be listening to Belinda Carlisle. I don't know. But like, hello, is that you, Boo? No, Boo. So, what the fuck is that? I don't know. Does somebody not make a lick of sense? So it's got to be Libra. Something doesn't make a lick of sense. It doesn't make any money. It doesn't make nothing. It's like, well, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Well, that's Scentsy for you. Scentsy. We're going to sell Scentsy and it doesn't make any money. Because why is that? Because it's extremely expensive. So, I don't know. But like, I'm hearing MC Hammer can't touch this also for some reason. You can't touch this. I'm way too expensive for you. So, boo. I don't know what this is for, but like somebody's just way too expensive for a person. I don't know. Don't get involved with that person if they're after your money, right? Like, I'm after your money and I'm way too expensive for you, boo. That's what I'm hearing. So, I don't know, because I'm hearing we can't touch this. Can't touch this. Cancer can't. You're definitely dealing with someone that has Libra in their chart. Libra, big energies of Libra. Libra, you can't touch Libra. Of course you can't. Right. You can't touch Libra. The forbidden fruit. You see, Libra energies have always got this forbidden fruit. Why is that? Because they're extremely flirtatious. They probably have like an apple pie. They'll probably be American pie, and they'll probably be like, I can remember when I was at band camp. I bet you can as well. Oh my spirit, man. What on earth do they get me to look at? Someone's apple pie, right? The forbidden fruit of the apple, it got contaminated by Capricorn, but Capricorn, in my eyes, could also possibly be a Pisces, is what Spirit is telling me, not a book. Spirit. Then when I looked it up, it was also where it says on another page, which is Wikipedia, which can't be believable even in a book of the Bible, right? They say that Pisces was more than likely possible a Pisces. More than likely. It definitely represents in the tarot being hung, right? So I'm going to go into that one. But like the equinox and God, like time loops and leaps and everything else and leap years and whatnot, it's a good chance that he could have been a disciple of every single star sign possible known to man, because his disciples were star signs. But in my eyes, Jesus was a Piscean possible. Right? But doesn't matter. Obviously, the person that was very negative, well, he doesn't understand the trine of seven and blah, blah, and everything else. No, I don't give a shit. I don't read books. I read up here. Right. So reading, Damien. I'm also hearing Damien, reading, or read, or Damo, Damien, read. Some of you are blowing like reeds, like reads, read, eat read. Some do that one. Here, reading. Anyway, some of you tarot card readers, right? But please do not try to promote your own channel, because it just now it's all blocked. Everything is all now blocked for like people that say I'm a tarot reader, I'm everything else. I'm sorry, but they're all now in the blocked word, add word part. So they just basically just get okay. Anything that is, well, your energy of what I'm hearing for you for your week is something to do around Charlie. It's also something to do with around like the ride of my life also. But some of you are just on a pattern of destruction, I've got to say, like on a self-destruct moment. Is kind of like it's to do with around hunger. And because Hunger Games, right, was very dangerous energies. So, like, you've got something around like I'm either really hungry or I'm just like a predator of Leo for sex. Like I'm just like sex driven, sex mad, sex addiction. That's not great, because that can end up being sociopath energies, that people are addicted to sex, right? Because then they can blame you for your performance. If you have sex with a person and then they make you feel guilty in sex and then blame you for that, for not sticking around, being able to do anything that is around somebody's sex addiction, then that can also come across as a dark empath energy, and a very confusing one at that also, because it can mean a non-committal energy. It can mean someone that is blocked internal track, which was music track, and it's also someone's internal track. So we've gone over this for so long around someone's internal track, which means that they can have something wrong with their tubes, which means that there can be anything around pregnancy. I can get pregnant, I can't get pregnant, I don't want to get pregnant, but an internal track can be where I have a lot of problems going on. That is not, and this came up in Aries reading, which is around 4, Scorpio or Aries, and it was around an eternal track, right? So Eternal, the band Eternal, I'm also hearing Eternity Ring also. Hearing this energy of like in an internal track, which means that there is something wrong with me medically. Psychic medium channeler cannot sort that out. Medically, if something is medical, that is not physical, which means it's just kind of in me. It's not metaphysical. It's just physical. Let's get physical sex. No, because it's getting physical. This is now getting to physical and mental fights, energies. This changing now, energy changing, different message. It's getting frustrating, it's getting pissed off, which is women, when they start having their period. But this is something to do around periods, or like in an internal track of sex. That's what I'm saying. It's either sex addiction, and I have sex addiction, but I have a problem medically, and now I have a problem with you because I have a medical problem. Which is if someone refuses blatantly to go to the doctor, then they'll blame the other person that they're not doing things. They're not doing stuff. This is where the Leo energies are coming from, because they might be fearful of whatever it is to do something for oneself. Right? When they do, they turn into a mouse, and then they turn into a lion. They get frustrated and pissed off because things are not working out. Because if it's not physical and it's let's get physical and it doesn't, and like you're not having sex, you're not doing it the right way, That is sociopath energy. Sociopath energy. During those times, y'all can get very goddamn confused when it comes to around sex, because if a person doesn't perform right, but they are doing that right for themselves, and they think, well, man, I'm doing everything for you that I can, you are never, ever, ever satisfied with what you've got, ever. Sexually, emotionally, physically, mentally, are you never, ever satisfied? Y'all got to deal with someone that has Virgo in their chart. They don't. They are purgatory. They are 9. They do not ever reach that energy of like, man, this is everything. Because it isn't to a Virgo, because it's 9. Right? Even if your energy mixes, say, of an 8 and a 1, right? Your partner, your numerology ends up being around something of your numerology matches up with another. Put those numbers together and what do you get? A fucking Reggie Watts, a fuck shit stack. Right? It's all stacking up, bruv. Listen to this stacking system, like, poof, turn it up, like pump up the goddamn Jan. Pump up Jan. Jan is pumping things up, or pumping a Jan, or something like that, I don't know. Could be Jan, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jasmine, but it can also be Jan. Hot. I'm too hot for anybody. Is also what I'm hearing. But like, I don't know. But, again, here, sex is a huge mistake for a lot. Why is that? Because if a person blames something about their performance, which is where it comes up in music, it's you're blah, I'm going to turn into a Taurus now, I'm going to start blaming everybody, right? You end up with those and Sagittarius energies, it means medical. It means that it's medical, pharmaceutical, drugs, blah, blah, blah. Drugs are stopping something. Drinking is stopping something. May not be able to get things wood, you know, you might turn into Pinocchio and start calling him a line. Right, listen, Pinocchio, you might be big, right, but you do nothing but lie, right? So again, you've kind of got this energy where they're saying that if it's like a energy of like Sagittarius, blah, 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 and it's to do with drugs or drink or anything like that, that can be affecting one's tonal track also. That can also be affecting your music, your career, your life, okay? If it is anything to do with around sex, and somebody blames the other person for their performance, which is also like music, your performance, well, we're going to throw everything at you because you're crap, right? That's still blame. So you've got energies of where like, yeah, listen, you don't give my sexual need. That's a Virgo all day long, man. They are never sexually satisfied, right? That's why they have an urge for more. That's why they're classed as like the energy of the 7 deadly sins, right? 9, purgatory. I can never seem to be satisfied. As a male energy, man, you are never ever satisfied, are you? I can never ever seem to do anything that is good enough that can literally meet your needs and your demands of what it is that I can do for you. So, your wish is my command. Aquarian energy. Your wish is my command, master. What would you like? Okay, I can have all of this, right? Because of the forbidden fruit. Okay, yeah, let's do all of this then. Let's go down and eat some pie, right? Humble pie. I forgive you, blah, blah, blah. Sociopath energy. I forgive you for what it is that you have a problem with. Basically, you end up forgiving the energy. Okay, I'll forgive you, I'll eat humble pie and I will eat it all out. Okay, so then you get large, right? So then someone's ego then starts to like then blame a person because they are not eating someone out, because they are not doing what they're supposed to do around a performance of sex. This is just an absolute act of a sham, of a mockery of forbidden fruit. It's contaminated, right? It's contaminated energy. Because that was why Lucifer pretty much tempted, as far as I know now, is Eve to eat from the Garden of Eden of an apple that was contaminated by Lucifer. Right? So, the forbidden fruit. Yeah, but that's alright, isn't it? No, well, it don't matter. Mum is going to cook a huge apple pie for you, baby. Right? And we're going to leave it all out here like the 9 of cups. Forbidden fruit. That's alright, I'm your servant. What now, master? Let's put all of this apple pie right in front of you, but I'm telling you, do not be tempted by my apple pie. Right? Don't be tempted by my apple pie. I'm going to show it to you. Right? I'm going to show you, show and tell Libra. I'm going to show you my apple pie, but you cannot eat it. Right? Yeah, but I'm starving, bruv. I'd eat that out all day. Right? So it's like, yeah, I'm hungry. Okay, then. So there you go. So Lucifer intimidated Eve. Adam and Eve pretty much had loads of children, right? As far as I know. So what are we? Flawed. This is where I get loads of blame again. Flawed by society of being in darkness. We are literally all in dark. If y'all guys, I'm going to make a video on this, if y'all guys cannot face your dark side and face the truth about oneself, I think I'm talking to a Libra energy here somewhere, but if you cannot face your dark side, you're never going to understand about how to navigate oneself. Y'all got to look at your dark side, and you've got to look at it and you've got to think, you know what, this energy for me in my life is not good. This energy is not good. I can only understand what is good, bad for me by understanding my dark side and staring it down and thinking, this feels bad in me. This feels bad for me. The only way I learn about being empathic and caring for other people is to understand my own shadow, my own dark side. So you have to look at it, right? You have to analyse your own darkness of what it is that normally keeps you restricted. And I guarantee you, Gary or Tina, but I guarantee you, that's only people that bring karma to you. People create karma because they have a wheel of fortune, right? Each and every person has a planet designed within them that's going to make them feel, do anything good around food, bad around food, good around sex, bad around sex. See, you've got this energy of where somebody is very good in the bedroom department, but then blames another person for being bad in the bedroom department. Okay, sociopath energy. Doesn't matter if you are one. Does not matter if you are one. You are designed that way to be that. You cannot help it. It's genetically designed for you to be it. Genetics were not also just created by blood. It was created by father, your father. Who is your true father? Your physical form or body? No, the father, the son. Oh, well, Jesus. But, like, you know, the father, right? So it's genetically designed within your placement. That is why we're tormented. Planets are going to torment you to death, and they'll play on your energy, right? So I ain't going to go into it. I don't know where your reading is going. Something to do with the forbidden fruit. Someone blaming someone for sex. Someone going through something internally, medically, but that can also be a lie. You see, that can be somebody that draws all of this energy on, and they bring it on themselves, and what they do is they keep blaming another person for sex of not sexually satisfying the partner. If the person cannot sexually satisfy their partner, they're getting extremely pissed off, and they're probably not paying attention to the energy here. It's because that is sociopath energy. It's not designed, if you look up like 5 reasons of why someone's a sociopath, right? No. It's an energy of like someone that can get very, very violent, very, very violent, right? Also very violent when it also comes to around sex. Right. So if a person doesn't perform right and they end up getting very wound up, very tetchy, very pissed off and very violent, that can also come across as a sociopath energy. Right. Dark empathy. Dark empathy. I don't have empathy for people. I'm sorry, but that is like a Virgo quality as well. But like, I don't have empathy for people. I have a darkness about me that never seems to be able to get what I want. I can't get that internal scratch met. I can't get a sexual need or desire ever met. Right. That can be an energy of also Libra 9, right? So you've kind of got this, I can never seem to satisfy you, emotionally, physically or mentally. It's not stimulating. It's where it goes to seprophilia. This is where this would go to my Gemini moon. I get bored with people that do not mentally stimulate my mind, right? So I have to go to like music tracks and things like that mentally stimulate me, okay? I just work off that, you know, when the energy is like, oh, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, man, that is so boring. Why do I want to listen be shouted at by a person? That's so boring. So what are you now classed as, fish? Selfish. Jesus. Right? Oh, Jesus, man, you're so selfish. You always do what you want, don't you? Yeah, because you're a backstabber. That's why. Right? Right, so, I don't know what that's for. Anyway, so what we are looking at now, Taurus, I wasn't going to channel for you guys because I don't think they make a lick of sense. It's around a Libra. It is around a Libra energy. So what we're doing is we're going to do a you versus them, but your brutal truth of karma. Right? This has started to really work, I feel, of energies that I've been looking at. So What's in your mind? What's in their mind? How do you think and feel about your partner? How does your partner think and feel about you? What is the frustration and the anger that is coming from people's minds about one another? Truly. Now, if y'all fucking like tetchy, y'all better leave. Right? Because this can get personal. Right? If y'all want personal growth of karma, the best thing to look at is the truth. If y'all can't handle it, off you go. Okay? So, let's have a look. So, show me what is in Taurus's partner's. How does Taurus's partner... so what are we doing, Taurus? Hold on. Show me Taurus's partner's thoughts and feelings about Taurus. Show me Taurus's partner's thoughts and feelings about Taurus. Okay, so, what do you know? Virgo, 9, confused to like, I don't know a way out. I'm lonely now, right? I'm doing things out of because I'm lonely. That's why, right? I don't know what to do. I'm lonely. So this can be your partner because it's also you versus them, okay? But it can also be physical, metaphysical, or also people that are around you that are seeing things that way, right? So this person could also have a Virgo moon, is what I'm hearing, a Virgo moon. But it's, I'm hearing I'm seeing someone. I'm seeing someone already. Man, someone's got a few people, because I'm already seeing Eddie. I'm hearing Eddie. I'm hearing Ed, Edmonds, Edwina, Mr. Blobby, Eddie Edmonds, Adrian Edmondson, or Adrian. But yeah, your partner feels lost, lonely, doesn't know what to do, can come across as gaslighting, because it's a lantern. It's held by Virgo. Not in this deck. It's a campfire. Someone's very camp. Someone's very camp. Okay. Let's see. How does Taurus's partner think and feel about Taurus? Oh, see the pussies. Gaslighting. If this came out in reverse, it didn't actually fly out that way. Private flight, you alright? You're dealing with this person. But like, yeah, this can be a sociopath energy because it's predatorial. People go to predatorial energies. Most Leos have sex addiction. They have a sex addiction. Most Leos. They have a sex addiction, right? If the milk turns sour, Tyrone, I ain't the kind of pussy to drink it. Do you know what I mean? I ain't having that, bruv. So I'm now lonely. I'm now on my own. I'm now sniffing out an energy. But a feral cat, if they get into the energy of like loneliness and they're like, man, I am deep into the energy of despair, and I turn into a mouse, right? Oh, well, it's your fault. It's your fault. You're to blame. Don't tell me. And then they come out like a cat, like a pussy, right? And you're like, Jesus, man, what on earth can I do for you, Master? I can't do anything right for you, Master, can I? 9, no, because it doesn't reach 10. Never reaches an ending. You can't satisfy this energy, okay? Let's get physical. Physical. No, I'm not getting physical because what this is becoming is mental. Well, I'm hearing mental, chicken oriental. But like, I don't know. But we will see as we clarify those energies, because that's where they'll tell me if they are more than likely in reverse when it's clarified by a negative energy. Right, but let me see what Taurus's partner's thoughts and feelings. Taurus's partner's thoughts and feelings. So, yeah. You've got this lonely feeling of nostalgia of like, well, I can never really get anything in my life going. There was an opportunity here. They're feeling nostalgic, right? But they're feeling lost. It's kind of like they've put themselves out, right? It's a bit like Home Alone, right? I abandoned you. So they have like that same theory or feeling of like, I don't like that word, fear of abandonment. We all were, right? But like, I always think that people are going to leave me. Why does everybody always leave me? Why do you not support me? Why is it that when I'm going through things, I never get support? My mum doesn't want to listen. My partner doesn't want to listen. Nobody wants to listen to me. Nobody wants to listen to all of this stuff going on. If y'all got a partner here that starts to think and feel, you know what, you need to start supporting yourself. You need to start like doing things for yourself. Things are called things for a reason. You could be dealing with Steve, but Stephen King thing. But like the thing that you may not get done is the fact that it is not spiritual, it is medical. It's a condition of something, right? So if you've got this energy here where this person starts to think and feel, you know what, nobody really does anything for me. You know, I'm never satisfied. Like, well, you don't do that. Well, you don't do that either. Like, if this person doesn't do that in the bed, if they do that in the bedroom, but they don't do things that are called that, to me, which is doctors, appointments, blah, 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 and everything builds up and there's a load of things that I have to get done and I can't find anybody that will support me to do it for me, which are all things in life, this person becomes selfish. Selfish. That's where the milk turns sour and the pussy starts to like get very violent energy by not having a need met. By not having a need met. So if you're cross-watching or you have any energy, that's how this person is individually feeling maybe about this person here. So to confuse the person, to not confuse you, and to be afraid not of Pisces, you'll have to be dealing with the person. You can't, you know, metaphysically be dealing with anybody. You have to be physically dealing with somebody, right? Yeah, because you have to physically be dealing with that emotion, right? So here, this person of what I'm picking up that is going through their mind is the energy of like, no one supports me. No one ever really wants me. Why do things not really work out? If you are that person that is making, say, this person feel that way, because this person could be naturally thinking and feeling that about this person. That's what I'm saying. If there's sociopath energy here, of course this person's going to be thinking and feeling, well, you don't support me, you don't want me, you don't need me, you don't never seem to need me for anything. What do you need me for? Just sex? Is that all I am? Is just a toy, just here for pleasure and joy, for you to toy with me? I'm not a fucking toy, I'm a human, right? So I'm hearing that there's an energy here that's just toying with someone, which can end up being, I was only joking. He said, what do you mean you was only joking? No, brother, I took that seriously. I took that seriously. So someone here now feels as if they are alone, but they are now sniffing out another energy here. Feed the donkey. Okay? They're probably feeding the horse somewhere, like trying to get money out of the slot of the, like, you know when you pick up a phone? Like, and then you get your coin stuck. They're probably going through that. But anyway, let's see. So show me the other person's thoughts and feelings. No, so yeah. So basically, Taurus, I'm looked at your partner, right? So now, how do you think and feel about this? How do you think and feel about this? How does Taurus think and feel about this situation? Queen of Swords. Fuck that, bruv. No, 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 no. I am fully aware of the games that you're playing. I am fully aware of what you're doing, and I don't like it. And if the milk turns sour, I ain't the kind of pussy to drink it, and you ain't coming nowhere near me. Okay, here. Queen of Swords, bruv. Queen of Swords. Go to the Queen. Tell her about it. Right, no, I can't go to the Queen. I can't get in because the Queen's guard. Yeah. Well, you're guarding yourself. You're protecting yourself. Oh, you don't want to listen to me then, do you? You won't pick up the phone. You're ignoring me now. You're ghosting me now, are you? Yes, bruv. I am ghosting you. I am not listening to you. Why do I not want to listen to that? Because you're not doing all of these things for me. You're not performing well. You're not very supportive, are you? Does this ring a bell with my channel? Anyway. But like, you're not supporting me. You're not doing anything. You're not doing stuff right. You're supposed to be doing all of these things in life. You're supposed to support me as a partner. I've got a need that needs to be scratched, but you're sitting there playing with apple pie. Eating it. Yeah, so go and eat apple pie somewhere else. Is what I'm hearing, because, well, it doesn't have to be that violent, but what I'm hearing is that I'm not going to sit here listening to all of that complaints about me, telling me that I am not good enough, that I cannot perform for what you want and for what you need. You always make me feel shit. So now, oh yeah, but you're making me feel shit now because you won't answer my questions and my demands that I have for you. I'm trying to tell you that I'm okay now. Oh, what? Have you just turned from Jekyll and Hyde, are you? As your name's Jackie? Or Hyde, but like, bruv, you're Jekyll and Hyde. One minute you're okay, and then the next minute you're not. Like, you know, it's like, yeah, well, I'm okay now. I've got myself sorted. Oh, but have you really? Because a very convincing person, you'll have to look at how many times you've broke up and split up, broke up and split up, broke up and split up. Now this can be anybody in your life. Anybody in your life. Because you can see that people keep trying to get into you and you won't let them in, you see. But it depends on what you've gone through in a cycle with this person. Because it can be someone that's trying to get in with the Queen, but the Queen is kind of like, man, I am not bending over and picking up the soap. You know, I'm not. No, I'm not listening to all of those demands that you keep trying to tempt your way back in to my circle, into my group. You keep trying to tempt your way in. No. It's kind of like, you know, Leo energy, definitely here with Virgo, is normally what I pick up of that energy of predatorial energy of like darkness and light, right? Is where a masculine energy of such for some, right, is where it's like an alpha male, which can come across as very convincing, because an alpha male of what I spiritually used to teach is of a sheep that used to like be in the pen, and a wolf, there you go Silver, but like a wolf, right, used to come around like this and circle its prey, okay, in the dark, right? I used to use the plate in the dark side of the moon, but in the dark of a cycle would predator around the energy of the plate that I have that is white in the middle with dark around the outside, okay? Crunchy in the middle, soft is a dime a dozen, bruv, it's a dime bar, right? So I'm cycling around the darkness, trying to enter into the light to pounce on an energy to fool you and trick you, but really what I am when I unzip myself is a lion, right? Is a wolf in sheep's clothing, right? I'm pretending to be vulnerable and I'm sniffing out my prey to enter into the light, but what am I? Dark empath. Dark empath. Right there. Sorry if I'm triggering everybody off, but y'all got to look at your dark side, because it ain't no good being around me, because I'll trigger you the fuck off. Here, right? A dark empath. They are designed that way within their chart. If you are dealing with this person, I am letting you know that is what you are dealing with. Right? Here is a dark empath. Right? It's where everybody vacates and runs off and says, fuck no, Steve, I can't deal with looking at that. Sorry, but like I get so many people that say we love your truth, and then some people say you're an arsehole. You can't please everybody. But like, you know, dark empath, right? This person who you're dealing with more than likely knows that, because they can sniff it out and think, nope, no, I feel the energy that is around me is bad for me. It's not a good scenario to be in, right? I feel that this is bad. Right. In order for me to change it, I need to like do a Michael Jackson and start changing my appearance of pride, right? So I have to like, you know, I have to look for Botox and stuff like that. I don't know, but everything now is in reverse because we. Oh no, it isn't. And there are more cards in here. Let's see. So how does Taurus think and feel about this situation? This person, how does Taurus think and feel truly about this person? Two of Cups, a broken mirror. You might as well just throw something at the mirror and throw it all onto the floor and think, fuck bruv, I can't see my way through this anymore. Everything is scattered, everything is broken. You're acting like a scatterbrain, is what I'm hearing. You're acting like a scatterbrain, right? So, like I said, well, basically, it doesn't have to be. But it's kind of like, man, there's something wrong. Like, there is something wrong with this connection. It doesn't work, it doesn't mix. Our planets do not align. Our chakras are not really aligned properly, right? They're not aligned properly, okay? They're not aligned properly, which means that, okay, now I'm forgiving you, is what this person is now thinking and feeling, that I'm now going to forgive you. They may not notice the fact that they are unforgiven, is why I made Angel Radio. Let it, I'll be forgiven, right? Come up a while ago. Let it all be forgiven. No, no, it is not all forgiven, right? You did it. You've already done it. You can't undo the past. You already said it. You already acted that way. Can't undo the past. You can forgive, but then you can either one, forget the person, but then also maybe learn to forgive and forget and then get back, right? because this person is coming across as very convincing in their energy, that now their energy is relaxed, right? This can be a woman's cycle also, right? Purgatory is a woman's cycle. 9 represents blood, because it's genetically designed, and then the 9 of Wands itself, which means gaslighting and everything, also represents the story of blood, right? The blood, the condition that's in one's blood, in one's DNA, is in one's energy of their alignment of their chakras and everything that go through 1 in 12, right? So here, this can mean that this is genetically designed for this person to physically start to face the truth of themselves, of what that really is, but they won't, because they are a 9. They will not see it that way. Okay, they will not see it that way. That this does not by any means believe that this is completely over. I read soul contracts. I read from your soul. I rip your soul out, spit on it, polish it, shove it back into your soul and get you to look at the darkness. This doesn't mean that this person isn't designed for people in life, ever. It just means that at this time that we're dealing with, you're not really designed with this person as what you're going through here, right? You know, all dark empaths or narcissists or God knows what else, they are not physically designed to not ever be with a person in life. Of course they are. Of course they are, right? They teach us many things, but they are designed with other people, right? You know, you'll tell me a lot of people out there that know about narcissism and God knows what else, that those people are not with people. Of course, right? That's why it's very difficult. It's called a marriage. That's called a marriage, right? But it's called a contract. That's what it is. A spiritual designed karmic contract, right? Sex is a spiritually designed karmic contract, right? Catching. So, whew, could be. But like, I don't know. But here, this person could be very catching, which means that they'll start blaming you that I'm such a catch. You're lucky that you're with me. You know, that it can be also a dark empath, slight kind of energy of a sociopath energy, which means you want to make yourself feel lucky that you're with me, young man here. Fuck, bro, no, I ain't. You're lucky you're with me. You're lucky I've cut you off at the knees. That's what you are lucky. Because if you keep pushing me and you keep doing this, you're not just going to get back in thinking that, wow, you know what, let's just jump straight back into the boat, right? It's more of a boat that's built with sellotape. Right, put a bit of red tape over it, that'll sort it out, right? But yeah, someone's got red hair, possible. But red, I keep hearing Red Riding Hood, Red Rum Virgo, you see? But anyway, this person is here facing something where they are now trying to relax to draw the energy back in of the attention of this person. If this person then says, through anger of sociopath energy, you're to blame for this, right? That, you know, you don't support me as a person. You don't physically support me at all. You are not doing what I want you to do, right? If they try to then convince you to apologise to them, okay, which means forgive them, that is also an apology. That's why that can be so convincing, right? Because you've got a tough decision here, Taurus. You've got a tough decision on this side here. Because this might be where you have to tell this person no. And you possibly don't want to, right? You possibly really do not want to say no, right? That's the temptation of like, out of Grange Hill, just say no. Temptation, right? Just say no, Patterson. Listen, Patterson, just say no. No, I'm addicted. Of course you are. Just say no. Yeah, it's so difficult though, Stephen. Fuck them, that's what I said, people are flawed. I'm kidding, right? But, yeah, you've got this thing that's going on here where this person then could start to tell you, you are lucky that you are with me. You're lucky that you're with me. You want to make yourself feel grateful that you are in the presence of me. Don't have to come across as that, but it can be where you want to make you feel yourself lucky that you have me because you're just about to lose me. If you don't soon start like being attractive within me again and doing all of these things with me again, then you want to make yourself feel lucky that you have me here, right? No, we're not. Why the fuck are you here? Right? You probably should be leaving by now. You probably should have left by now. Why are you not? Why are you a Virgo? Sorry guys, I love you Virgos. But why are you a Virgo? Because I was spiritually designed to be one. That's why it's not my fault. Of course it isn't. Of course it isn't. Probably the person that said in the comments of like, I disagree with you, Steve. I don't think everybody is flawed. Of course they're not. Not everybody. Not everybody. Of course not everybody is flawed. Human nature is flawed, of course, because we were contaminated by Lucifer. Right? Of course we're all flawed in certain ways. You couldn't be perfect. Nobody in life is perfect. Right? And if you don't have any boundaries at all, then you need to start getting some. Because if you're watching tarot and shit is always going sour around you, then you can look at the other side of it. That I am too lenient. Right? I am too lenient. Right? Fit as a butcher's dog, bruv. Right? Ruff. Right? Because you could get that from here. The feral cat could be making this person feral and pissed off. Is what they could be doing. And this, what I'm looking at, Taurus, this is you. Okay, this is you. Depends. Yeah, I can just take the story. It's up to you. I don't have to control you to let you know that this is you and that is them. But the way I'm looking at it so far is that this is how your partner is thinking and feeling. And this is more than likely how you are thinking and feeling. Okay? So, Taurus or possible Sagittarian energies, but possible. Okay, Taurus, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you would like to join Patreon, this is where I'm going to continue with this reading. Depending on how it goes, is normally where I may do you a weekly reading as well. But these are going to change because these have been started to be done over Patreon. I'm going to give it a test run through this week. Eventually, this reading is what you get over on Patreon of what you don't see when you're on YouTube. So these things here are what you miss when we're over there. This is where I start to work out your dynamic, because I may just stick with this. It depends on how long it takes. But then I flip the energy around and try to start looking at this of how this can start to also come across as friends that are around you, people that are also not good for you. Because I read soul group deep energies, like I said, spit on your soul, slap it, shove it back in yourself, and there you go. That's what you get. Fuck shit stack. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get until you get tempted to eat one. The forbidden fruit. Right, so if you want to join, you can. You can find the link below. It's to Patreon. There are loads of videos all over this channel in the description. Okay, on the channel, whatever you call it. All the links provided below are for Patreon, but it's only this one and many others at this time through this month are the full access bundle. If you join, that's what you get on the tin. Everything. You can watch it to your heart's content. Because you've got Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter and North Node, you can also look at your numerology placements of your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node. That just basically gives you quite a lot of stories to be able to figure out your karma and your pattern and take a look at your dark side and have a look at it and shake it. Right? But it gives you a lot of opportunities over there to watch those readings, to try and figure out the patterns and also see how the cards come out and play out for you to have a look at your dark side. Okay, so that is what we've got at the moment. If you want to join, you can. The link is provided below. If you don't know anything about it, you can watch the video that is also provided that explains about that. There's also a numerology and tarot reading video that I made for everybody that explains how this works. Okay, if you want to watch that, you can. It is also free. But Patreon is in the link provided below. Thanks very much. You can also follow Angel Radio and all that sort of stuff, music production. It's another channel, and it's also on here. But all links are provided below. Thanks very much, Taurus, and I'll see you soon.